Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Re-Edit Halo Reach 112 scale pre-painted, that's funny, pre-painted action figure Spartan B312 Noble 6 exclusive edition. And you guys owe me, I'm going to review at least most of these. Maybe all of them, because I have a feeling many people aren't going to review these at all. And I feel like I owe you, and I'm a Halo fan, so I owe the franchise to give an honest review of a product that should be good. It's so expensive. Man, it's not good. It's not good enough at all. But we're going to talk about it, so let's go ahead and get it off the stand and take a closer look. Okay, before we get into the figure, let's just take a quick look at the box. No window, so very basic photo of the figure where the colors don't match the figure that actually is being released, and that's about it. It's like they put zero effort into the box. A NECA package, any package really, is at least equal to this, if not better, and this figure costs a metric boatload. It's just crazy. Also, this is the painted visor, which I don't know, I only looked at Big Bad Toy Store and they only have the exclusive edition for this guy, at least when I looked, and so it has the fancy visor. It doesn't match this, though this looks better, I think. So okay, packaging is worthless. Let's go ahead and look at the actual figure, at the product. And I'll put a link in the description below if you guys want to check it out. I don't recommend you buy it, but if you do want to check it out, you can at least go look at it, and the link will take you right to it. Okay? Alright, so this guy stands just about 18 centimeters. And that's going to make him roughly 7 1/8 inches, give or take. Here he is up against a Marvel Legends Darwin. So I would say that's probably close enough to 112 scale. That's reasonable. I haven't mentioned the price because I don't know what this one, they haven't all cost the same, and this was ordered forever ago. It's around $200, roughly. Okay, so really expensive line of figures. And it's funny that it says painted action figure on the front, because it feels and looks like a model kit, and there is almost no paint. There is some, but almost none. You can see it's just so cheap looking. There is paint in the details, of course. There's some paint going around, but it mostly just looks like a bare plastic, and it looks so and feels so cheap. I think there's actual die cast in here in a few spots. It feels like it, like in the joints and maybe on the feet. I don't give a crap about having some die cast if the figure doesn't look good otherwise. Make the whole damn thing out of PVC. So the chrome visor, as they advertised it, I did that in air quotes, you guys probably couldn't see that, is not chrome. It's painted underneath with some kind of like pearly clear plastic on top. So it doesn't look like chrome at all. It doesn't look like what it's supposed to look like. I don't know what that is, but that does not look like the Halo Reach visor on a standard Noble 6. Also, okay, let me bring up the box again. My memory matches this, like the dark gray, almost black, but dark gray around. And this guy has none of that. It's all much lighter and boring and drab looking. This is not dark enough, if you ask me. It's just nowhere near good enough. These are not good enough. Not even close. In some ways they look good, in other ways not at all. The sculpts are sharp, I'll give them that, but no paint. I mean, virtually no paint. It's not good enough. And just things like this. I'll talk about this briefly. Look where that bicep armor is. It's stuck into the body. It's hiding inside the torso cavity. It's clipping like a video game would, but it's plastic. So it's just because they designed it poorly. I'll talk about it more when we get to the articulation, but I'll talk about it briefly right now. This piece right here is not the butterfly joint. Even though the game design actually gave them that piece to use as a butterfly joint, they put a little one inside. So it just kills the articulation in the shoulder, makes the shoulders look worse. Yeah, not good enough at all. Aesthetically speaking, this, for the price point, is going to get a 3 out of 10. This is not even close to the quality I would expect for that money. The sculpt is fine, don't get me wrong, like the detail stuff. It looks like cheap plastic, not even close to the price point. For accessories, you get an array of hands. enough, and some that'll hold accessories that this figure doesn't come with, so that's fine. But the reason I haven't swapped out the hands since the turnaround is every time I try to pull on this hand, the whole damn thing comes out. And it's the most frustrating thing. I didn't have that problem on this side. Let's see. Yeah, this side's better. But that's super annoying. So you get some hands, you get the rifle, the AR, which is fine. It's a nice, like, the detail sculpt is there, so I'll give them that. It's just, the rest isn't good enough, so that's fine. And then you do get the rocket launcher. I believe that's one of the exclusive items. Or is the exclusive item, and that's fine. It's nicely done, but it all looks like bare plastic other than the detail work. No battle damage at all, no washes, nothing. If you were so inclined to repaint this figure, it would probably end up looking really good. But fresh out of the box, at this price point, there's no way in hell should you have to do that. And it's just not good enough. Why is the spanker so clean? Crazy. Crazy. 4 accessories, 2 out of 10. Not even close to good enough at this price point. With the sandbox of items they could have included, not acceptable. Alright, now get ready for this really impressive articulation. For the price point, it's got to be good, right? Well, it's okay. So we do have a combination of ball pegs and things. It gets real gappy if you have them look up, because they just left it hollow. Like, they didn't... There's no sculpt under the helmet. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. Can't get it to focus inside there. There you go. Yeah, they just didn't sculpt it. It's just a helmet floating on a ball peg. So that's pretty lame. But yeah, I mean, as a result, it moves around pretty well. The neck itself is on a ball peg, but it only works a little bit. It'll be fine, but it's still not good enough because the entire underneath of the helmet is empty. It's just really, really lazy and cheap compared to what it should be. Alright, once you get it posed, if you don't look at it too much, it'll be fine. Don't get me wrong, but fine is not acceptable. That's the problem here at this price point. Alright, for the shoulders, like I told you, this whole piece should have been a butterfly joint, like all the way around. This whole loop right here should have been butterfly joint. Instead, you get this little dinky garbage thing, which doesn't allow the arm to come out around the armor. Like, it just lets the arm go forward. It's not at all what they should have done. It doesn't help. How do you manage that? That's nuts to me. Now, I will be fair. I'll get to it in a second. The thing that they added... Oh, that's right. The arms fall off really easily. This joint is pretty stiff, and then rotating this ball is really stiff, so the arms just pop right off a lot. But you can raise the arm. I'll tell you the thing they did to make up for the bad butterfly joint, which is a good thing, but I'll tell you that in a second. So you can raise the arm up to just horizontal because it tucks in under this, rather than that being part of the joint. Lame. Posability should be way better at this price point. So yeah, rotating this part right here, basically worthless. So the thing they did to make up for the bad butterfly and bicep swivel is you have your double jointed elbow, one joint here, and then one joint here, but then you do get rotation here. Now the elbow itself looks absolutely ridiculous. It's very noodly. But it's there and it is functional, and the best way to do like a gun holding pose is to have a swivel underneath in that elbow area. So they did that right. You can bring the arm across the chest that way without this rotating. So that's better than nothing for sure, but as you can see, it looks pretty ridiculous. Like, there are too many joints, too many bones in that body, so you can't do a lot of the posing you would want to do because it looks really, really silly. So that sucks. The wrists are on little ball hinges like I told you. Alright, for the upper torso, this piece right here constantly gets stuck. I'll try to get in there tighter for you. This piece, I can't get it out ever. It folds in. It doesn't even need to move. I don't know why they did that. It folds in. Oh great, that doesn't fit. There we go. I don't know why this is on a hinge. It doesn't need to be on a hinge. Just leave it flat, connected to the rest of the armor. But as you lift this up, it fits right in that gap and gets stuck, and then you can't use the articulation. But yeah, you get a ball peg up here, or at least maybe it's just a hinge? I thought it was a ball peg, but I can't get it to move. So, no, it's gotta be, right? Oh, it moves a little bit side to side. I think it's a stuck ball peg, honestly, but I really can't get much out of it. All I'm getting is the forward and back. Huh, that's interesting. Then you get a hinge down here. And then down at the waist, it's just a ball peg for sure. So that rotates and leans. I was expecting more out of this, but it doesn't want to go. It just like flexes. Okay, so the torso really sucks. Let's look at the hips. They did this. These move up so you can use the hips better, so we'll see how that functions. Let's first go out to the side. Out to the side, they go pretty far. I think that's reasonable for a Spartan. You probably don't need to do the full-on splits, so that's okay. It's not super ugly or anything. I'll take it. That's fine. Bringing the legs forward. So the funny thing is this part here moves to let the hip move, but the crotch piece is still in the way. So as I bring the leg up, it just hits immediately. And I have to bring the leg out to the side. And then it can go pretty high, but it goes out to the side, so you can't like even really do a proper like crouch pose because the leg is at an angle. So if you go out and then rotate it, nope, you can't do it. You can't go higher than that functionally, and even then it doesn't work properly. So the hips suck. Man, what a disappointing line of figures. It's like, how many years after Reach is it? 15? No, it's not that many, probably like 10. They go back nicely. Why? Why release a line of Reach figures that aren't even that good this late in the game? Thigh swivel is there, so that's okay. Double jointed knee is fine. It's pretty mechanical, and it has the same issue as the Jazzwares figures in that it's a really long knee. And it gets a bit gappy up front, so you have extra long bones in the leg again. Not acceptable. For the ankle, I think it's a ball peg. Yeah, there's a ball peg at the top and then a hinge at the bottom. So it's functional enough. It's a little bit weird, but it's functional enough as long as you can hide it. Ankle rocker is, oh great. Is that busted? Stress marks. I wonder if they used ABS again for the joints. Feels like they could have. Hard to say. You can see stress marks on there. Anyway, the ankle doesn't have the range I would expect it to have at this price point. So that sucks. The ankle rocker sucks. And then the toe hinge is minimal and in the wrong spot on the foot. What a garbage figure. I didn't mention it. These pop off so you can add weapons to his hips, but he doesn't come with anything that would do that, so it's for other figures' weapons. And then you can also pop this off for his weapons on his back, so that's fine. Articulation on this guy gets a 2 out of 10. For the price point, this is absurd. This is absurdly bad. I thought it was just going to be bad for the money. It's bad all the way around. This would have to be a $20 figure for me to think it was okay. Honestly, just get the Jazzwares figures. It is Jazzwares, right? I haven't reviewed one in a long time. Just get that. This is not acceptable at all, even a little bit. Final verdict on this release is I'm really upset that I told you guys I'm going to review all of them, or at least most of them. I don't think I have Carter and June ordered, but I have Kat and Emil and George for sure. Oh man, what a disappointment. Halo is such a crap show right now thanks to the management at 343. Oh wait, I'm sorry, Halo Studios, because that's going to make it better. Halo's done for. It's going to take a miracle to fix it. They can't even get good product released. This is insane. This is nuts. So bad. Yeah, 0 out of 10. There's just not, it's not worth getting. Honestly, if you're like a true die-hard Halo fan and you need to buy everything, then maybe like a 2 or 3 out of 10, but practically speaking, 0. Don't get it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, but I am thoroughly sad, so I'm going to go cry in a corner. So that's it from me, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, it's not my fault the figure is bad. I'm just the messenger. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed, you should. I have new videos every single day and thousands already on the channel. So make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.